Yavandrikaya ratham atma vashopakalpam.
Yavandrikaya ratham
Atro. Svananda dushta upashanta idam vijahyat.
Svananda dushta upashanta idam vichayat.
This is fun.
Yavandrikaya ratham atma vashopakalpam.
Yavandrikaya ratham atma vashopakalpam.
Tate garishta charanaya nishatam.
Dhate garishta charanarchanaya nishatam.
Jnanasim achyupapalasta shastro shatu.
Jnanasmachyuta balodaghat asta shatru.
Svananda tushta upashanta idam vichayat.
Ananda tushta upashanta idam vijahyat. Manijis? Yavandrikaya ratham atma vashopakalpam. Dhate garishta charanarchanaya nishatam. Jnanasimachyuta bodhadasta shatru. Svananda tushta upashanta idam vijahyat. Okay, yavat, as long as. Nrikaya, this human form of body. Ratham, considered to be a chariot. Atmavasha, dependent upon one's own control. Upakalpam, in which there are many other subordinate parts. Dhate, one possesses. Garishtha charanam, the lotus feet of the superiors, namely his spiritual master and his predecessors. Archanaya, by serving. Nishatam, sharpened. Jnana asim, the sword or weapon of knowledge. Achyutabala, by the transcendental strengths of Krishna. Dadhat, holding. Astashatru, the enemy is defeated.
Until the enemy is defeated.
Ananda tushta, being fully self-satisfied by transcendental bliss.
Being fully satisfied by transcendental bliss.
Upashanta, the consciousness being cleansed of all material contamination.
The consciousness being cleansed of all
material. Idam, this body. Vijahyat, one should give up. Translation and purport by His Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, founder-acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. He died. As long as one has to accept the material body with its different parts and paraphernalia, which are not fully under one's control, one must have the lotus feet of his superiors, namely his spiritual master and the spiritual master's predecessors. By their mercy, one can sharpen the sword of knowledge. And with the power of the Supreme Personality of Godhead's mercy, one must then conquer the enemies mentioned above. In this way, the devotee should be able to merge to his own transcendental bliss, and then he may give up his body and resume his spiritual identity. Oh.
Das ist noch auf Deutsch. Sehr reichhaltig.
Predecessors sind die Vorfahren. Ja, seine spirituelle Meisterin, sein spiritueller Meister. Purport. In the Bhagavad Gita 4:9, the Lord says, Janma karma chame divyam evam yaveti tatvatah tyakdeham punarjanma naiti mameti sorjunam. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. This is the highest perfection of the life, and the human body is meant for this purpose. It is said in Srimad-bhagavatam 11:17, Nridehamadyam sulabham sudurlabham labam sukalpam guru karnadharam Mayyanukule nanabhasvatetam puman bhavadhim nataret saatmaha. This human form of body is the most valuable boat, and the spiritual master is the captain, Guru Karnadharam, to guide the boat in plain across the ocean of nations. The instructions of Krishna is a favorable breeze. One must use all these facilities to cross over the ocean of nations. Since the spiritual master is a captain, one must serve the spiritual master very sincerely, so that by mercy one will be able to get the mercy of the Lord. A significant word here is Achyuta Bala. The spiritual master is certainly very merciful to his disciples, and consequently, by satisfying him, a devotee gets strength from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore says, Guru Krishna Prasadipaya Bhakti Lata Bija. One must first please the spiritual master, and then one automatically pleases Krishna and gets the strength with which to cross the ocean of nations. If one seriously desires to return home back to Godhead, one must therefore become strong enough by pleasing the spiritual master, for thus one gets a weapon with which to conquer the enemy, and one also gets the grace of Krishna. Simply getting the weapon of jnana is insignificant. One must sharpen the weapon by serving the spiritual master and adhering to his instructions. Then the candidate will get the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In general warfare, one may take help from his chariot and horses in order to conquer his enemy. And after conquering his enemy, he may give up it and its paraphernalia. Similarly, as long as one has a human body, one should fully use it to obtain the honest and highest perfection of life, namely going back home, back to Godhead. Stopp mal hier erstmal. Wir lesen nach dem Sprechen ein bisschen. Beziehungsweise Deutsch, Englisch?
Möchtest du die im Wiki-Department oder brauchst du das Deutsch? Weil ich will natürlich das im Wiki-Department sehen kann.
Is someone listening in the data department?
Yes.
Good. ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुमङ्गयते गिरिं यत्कृपतामहं वन्दे श्रीगुरून् कारणम् नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमद्भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणि निर्विशेषशून्यवादि पश्चात्यदेशतारिणे कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः श्रीकृष्णचैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासुदेव गौर भक्तवृन्द हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 Hare Hare. So, as long as one has to accept the material body, its different parts and paraphernalia which are not fully under one's control, one must have the lotus feet of his superiors, namely his spiritual master and the spiritual master's predecessors. By their mercy, one can sharpen the sword of knowledge with the power of the Supreme Personality of God and mercy. One must then conquer the mentioned above. In this way, the devotees should be able to merge into his own transcendental bliss, and then he may give up this body and pursue his spiritual identity. So many points. Here, first of all, we have this material body, and which is not fully under our control. This is a very important point here. And not only the body, but also the mind, the rascal mind who is cheating us on every step. And if we don't take this rascal under control, then he will lead our life, and he will decide where we go. And I personally understood that I cannot control my mind.
You can't.
No. It's just, I mean, I can to some extent, but then I cannot again, and then again I can, and then again I cannot, and it's ongoing fight. And honestly, I cannot more than I can. But as soon as I surrender to spiritual master, as soon as I surrender to Srimad-bhagavatam, as soon as I take this process, it's very easy. It's very easy because there are blessings in this process there. So it's the only our qualification is to take help. So how does it work? Taking help. We are surrendering to spiritual master. We are serving him with love, with attention, and he gives us Krishna. And then we serve Krishna, and he gives us back spiritual master. It's like, you know, one pointing to another. So the mercy is flowing basically. Once we get the lotus feet of the spiritual master, mercy is flowing from everywhere. Mercy is flowing from spiritual master directly. Mercy is flowing from Krishna. Mercy is flowing from the Vaishnavas, because spiritual master is from the Vaishnavas. And spiritual master is very merciful. Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasadavan. By his mercy one can attain the perfection of life. And how do we satisfy spiritual master? Mahaprabhu Kirtana Nitya Gita. Just dancing Kirtana of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, sing with him. Then, what else? Shingara Tan Mandira Marjanado, clean the temple, dress the days. And what? Chaturvidha Shri Bhagavat Prasada. Take prasad. The Guru Maharaj told, if one is eating a lot of prasadam, it's good. It's good. If one is eating bhoga, it's not good. If one is eating not prasadam, even if one is very austere, but it's not prasadam, it's very bad. But if one is eating prasadam to full satisfaction, very good. Very good student, very good disciple. Just taking prasadam, dancing, chanting, dressing, making sanders for the deities, cooking for them, bringing new people to dance, chant, to clean, to have fun in Krishna consciousness. Very simple. Very spiritual master is very merciful. He's a mercy incarnation actually of Krishna. Read a little bit more. The perfection of knowledge certainly to become transcendently situated, Brahma-bhuta, as the Lord says in the Bhagavad Gita, 1854. Brahma-bhuta samnat manashochitina kankshati samasarvesha bhutashu bhaktim labhate param. One who is transcendently situated at once realizes the supreme Brahma and becomes fully joyful. He never laments nor desires to have anything. He is equally disposed toward all living entities. In that state, he attains pure devotional service. Simply by cultivating knowledge as the impersonalists do, one cannot get out of the clutches of Maya. One must attain to the platform of bhakti. So knowledge which spiritual master gives has nothing to do with dry speculation. It's a knowledge how to serve the Supreme Lord. It's divine knowledge. Divyan Hrida Prakashito. Spiritual master opens the divine knowledge within the heart of the disciple. And this divine knowledge is something which is inspiring one to serve Krishna, to serve him better, to serve him, to take our full capacity and serve Krishna with the whole heart, all our inspiration. And Bhaktyamam abhijanati yavan yishchasmitatvatatato mam tatvatokitva vishatetadamantaram. One can understand the Supreme Person as he is only by devotional service. One more time. One can understand the Supreme Personality as he is only by devotional service. Bhakti Mama Bhanati. And when one is in full consciousness of the Supreme Lord by such devotion, one can enter into the kingdom of God. Unless one can attain the stage of devotional service and by mercy of the spiritual master and Krishna, there is a possibility that one may fall down again and accept material body. Therefore, Krishna stresses in the Bhagavad Gita, Janma karma chamelivyam evam yuvaitita vataha. Was in the beginning already. Tektvaliham punar janma naiti mameti sorjuna. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, or Arjuna. So why is it the spiritual master gives the divine knowledge of devotional service? Because otherwise we cannot understand Krishna. It says, Bhakti Mama Bijanati, you can understand me as I am only by devotional service. In the next, why should you understand? Because if you understand Krishna, Janma Karma Shriya, we don't take birth in this material world anymore. If we understand Krishna's transcendental nature of his appearance and activities, we will not back anymore. But if we try to speculate, well, maybe Krishna was just a great personality, or Krishna was this, or Krishna was that, maybe he's one of the demigods, and I can meditate on Ganesha, and will be also rich here, and then go back home. No, that won't function. One needs to understand that Krishna is a supreme personality of Godhead, and this one can understand by devotional service. One can grasp it a little bit by theory if one is told by spiritual master. Theoretically, Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. We understand, okay, Krishna is the personality. So then we start to, by getting theoretical, we start to serve. But then by more and more serving Krishna, we understand, because there is reciprocation. We also accept it. There is not just Gyan, but Vigyan. We realize that Krishna is in the heart of every living entity. He's in my heart, he's in the heart of each and every person. And he's guiding us. We understand this. The word Tatvataha means in reality is very important. Tato mam tato gyatva. Unless one understands Krishna in truth by his merciless spiritual master, one is not free to give up his material body. As it is said, Aruhya Krishna Parampadam Tata Patantyatho Narthayushmat Angrayaha. If one neglects to serve the lotus feet of Krishna, one cannot become free from material just simply by knowledge. Even if one attains the stage of Brahmapadam, merging in Brahman, without bhakti, he is prone to fall down. One must be very careful to regard the danger of falling down again into material bondage. The only insurance is to come to the stage of bhakti from which one is sure not to fall. Then one is free from the activities of material world. In summary, as stated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one must get in touch with the bona fide spiritual master coming in the parampara of Krishna consciousness. By his mercy and instructions, one is able to get things from Krishna. And thus, one engages in devotional service and attains the ultimate goal of life, the lotus feet of Vishnu. Significant in this verse are the words Jnanasim Achyutabala. Jnanasim, the sword of knowledge, is given by Krishna. And when one serves the Guru and Krishna in order to hold the sword of Krishna in Krishna's instructions, Balaram gives one strength. Balaram is Nityananda. Rajendrananda Ye Sachisuta Hoila Say, Balaram Hoila Nitai. This Balaram comes with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and both of them are so merciful that in this age of Kali, very easily take shelter of their lotus feet. They come especially to deliver the fallen souls of this age. Papi Tapi Yata Chila Harinamu Darila. Their weapon is Sankirtan, Harinam. One should accept this word of knowledge from Krishna and be strong with the mercy of Balaram. We are therefore worshipping Krishna Balaram in Vrindavan. In the Mundaka Upanishad it is said, Nayam Atmabal, Nayam Atmabal, Nayam Atmabal Lahine Nalabhyo, Nacha Paramadattapasso Bhakyalingat, Yairu Yateyas Tu Vidvams Asyayivatma Vishate Brahmadhamam. One cannot attain the goal of life without the mercy of Balaram. Shri Narottam Das says, Nitayera Karuna Habe Vrajya Radha Krishna Pabe. When one receives the mercy of Balaram, Nitya, one can attain the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna very easily. Says Sambandha Yahin Nahi Yara Britha Janma Gelatara Vidya Hi Karibatara. If one has no connection with Nitai, Balaram, then even though one is a very learned scholar, Jnani, or has taken birth in a very respectable family, these assets will help him. He must therefore conquer the enemies of Krishna consciousness with the strength received from Balaram. So, Guru is the mercy incarnation. How is it? How comes this Guru Tattva? Where is it coming from? Here we hear the Adi Guru, Krishna, but also Balaram. Balaram is the first expansion of Krishna, very first expansion. He is non different from Krishna. There is only the color of bodily color is different. Srila Prabhupada describes it. Otherwise, it's the same Supreme Personality of Godhead. But Balaram, when he appears, he looks at Krishna and he thinks, I like it. My source is so beautiful. My source is so attractive. I like it. I like it very much. I want to serve. I want to satisfy my source. I want to bring him all the best what I can bring him. And Balaram starts to serve Krishna. Balaram starts to serve him with all, he distributes himself into all different paraphrase. He becomes an Anantashesh lying down below Krishna. So Krishna has it. It's cool and soft. The snake body is cooling, and it's very soft. So there is whatever posture Krishna wants to take, Balaram takes it. Then he becomes all kinds of paraphernalia which Krishna needs. Everything, all the manifestations of Vaikuntha Lokas, it's manifestation of Balaram. All the things with which Krishna is served is manifestation of Balaram. Then from Balaram we have the first Chaturvyuha coming, the Vasudeva, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. From the Sankarshan Chaturvyuha, the second Chaturvyuha is coming. Again, Sankarshan and Aniruddha, Pradyumna, and so on. One of them becomes Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu or the Karana Dakashaya Vishnu, the Vishnu who is lying on the causal ocean. From this Vishnu, he is breathing, all the universes appear, material universes appear. Then Garbhodakashaya Vishnu comes, enters in each and every universe. Becomes a super soul of the universe. So the universe becomes alive. From his navel, lotus grows, Brahma appears and starts to create the living entities, the shapes of the living entities. He starts, create all the variety of living entities and the planets and all the ways to live in the material world. And then Kshirodakashaya Vishnu comes. And Kshirodakashaya Vishnu becomes the super soul in the heart of every living entity. And Kshirodakashaya Vishnu is also expansion of Balaram. And he becomes a super soul. And super soul guides every living entity in every form of life, guides him towards Krishna. And then the super soul is praying, just go there, just start chanting, just, and find the spiritual master, find someone to guide you. And then Balaram comes in the form of spiritual master. So Balaram himself in so many expansions just to bring in every living entity back to Krishna. Just because he likes Krishna so much. Just because he looks at Krishna, he thinks, wow, he's so beautiful. Wow, he's so wonderful. Although Balaram is not different from Krishna, but he just looks, this is my source, he's so beautiful, let me serve him. So he makes all the arrangements. And not only this, then in Kali Yuga, Balaram comes in the form of Nitai, Nityananda. And what was there? Papi Tapi. We are Papi, we are all sinful, and he comes to all the most sinful personalities. Nityananda, if you read Srimad-bhagavatam and Charitamrita, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he gives this instruction to Nityananda Haridas Thakur. Go to every house and request them to chant my holy names. And Nityananda, what he does, he goes to all the rascals. He goes first to the crocodiles in the Ganges and grabs them by the tails and pulls them out of the Ganges and says, "Chant Hare Krishna!" And they try to run away. And then he goes to some bar and and drinks there and tells to this rascal, chant Hare Krishna, and they chant Hare Krishna. And then Srila Shashananda Swami was telling the tactics of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. He would go to the house of the people, and he was asked them, please, you're very pious people, please chant Hare Krishna, chant the holy names of the Lord. And if they would reject, if they would say, please, no, we don't want to do it. He would start to cry and say, please chant the Hare Krishna, please chant Hare Krishna. He would not go until they chant. And if they even then don't want, he starts to roll on the ground and then destroy all their belongings by rolling and crying, please chant Hare Krishna, until they start, just to stop him from destroying their property. They would start to chant Hare Krishna. And then what he does, he goes to whom? You know, all the most famous story. He goes, the Haridas Thakur goes with Nityananda, and Haridas Thakur says, I know many respectable people who will chant. Let's go preach to them, and you know, let's go there. There is something happening, and there are two drunkards. Two drunkards who are like, who fully drunk and making nonsense, and Nityananda is asking, who are them? Oh, you don't know? You don't know? Those are the most sinful people of Madhya, Jagai and Madai. They were both sons of Brahmas, but they became very sinful. They started to drink, they started to do all kinds of nonsense, robbing people, hating people, killing people. They started to do all kinds of nonsense. There is no sin which they didn't do. No sin in the world. They are most living entities in this universe. Nityananda thought, gotcha! If Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will deliver them, everyone will know his glories. Everyone will know his glories. No. Will know his glories. So he, from the distance, he said, chant Hare Krishna! Chant the name, worship Krishna, you know. And then, who are you to tell us what to do? Come here, I hate you. Started to run after him. Yeah. And Nityananda grabs Haridas Thakur and they start to run for their lives. So once they did it, they ran away because those were drunkards. They were not sportsmen, so they could run away. So then Nityananda Prabhu would especially go the way where they would be. One day he would especially take this way. He knew they were there. And in the assembly of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Haridas Thakur is very, very anxious and says, well, Nityananda Prabhu, he tries to preach to these rascals, to this Jagai and Madai. That maybe, may have consequences, who knows? And then Advaita Acharya comes. Ha ha! This Nityananda! If was to deliver them, who can prevent him? So then Nityananda comes there and says, Jagai Madai, chant Krishna, worship Krishna. And I started to, hey, who are you? I will hit you. And he takes a jug of wine, the empty jug, and wants to hit him. And the other brother says, no, no, this is a Brahmana, you cannot hit him. Please don't do this. He comes to the senses. Please don't hit him. But he still hits Nityananda. Nityananda starts to bleed, and devotees run there. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, very angry, ferocious form, comes there to the place and sees Nityananda bleeding, and one of the brothers holding another one from hitting more. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in his like fully angry mood, he calls, Chakra, Chakra! I will kill them! And then Nityananda Prabhu starts to beg Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He says, no, please, my Lord, you are mercy incarnation. You came to deliver the demons, not to kill them. You came, your weapons are your beauty. This is not Dwapara Yuga. All good, all good. There is no blood anymore. All good. And see, this one, he protected me. See this one, delivered him. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's heart melts, and he says, okay, if he delivers, I will give him Brahma Bhakti. And this one of the brothers, he starts to cry, like the torrents of tears come, and he starts to roll on the ground. And because these were two brothers, so they were, it's said that they had two souls. Because one was delivered already, one was given Krishna Prema, another one was also purified. Was not completely delivered, but was purified. So he came to the senses and he said, he fell down to the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and said, please, you are the mercy incarnation of this world, of this Kali Yuga, please give me the love of God too. We are one with my brother, so one will deliver him and condemn me. Deliver me also. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he says, no, you do not deserve, because you hit my Nityananda. You hit my Nityananda. So you have to get forgiveness from him. You have to be delivered by him. So this another brother, he immediately falls down at the lotus feet of Nityananda, and also gets Krishna Prema. Also immediately he gets like the hair standing on end and tears coming. So both two brothers, they become the pure Vaishnavas. And then after this, they got instructions and they start to chant, but then they come again to Nityananda, to Chaitanya. I'm not sure exactly. They came and they asked, we are not satisfied because we injured so many people, we made so many offenses. So we feel we are guilty. So how can we? Because okay, we are chanting, but we made so many offenses. And then I think Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he told, okay, you go and make a nice bathing ghat. Because before the Ganges is a wild river. There's a strong current, and if you have no good place to come in and come out very easily, then you might be taken away by Ganges, by the Ganges flow. And it might be, or by coming out from the Ganges, you may become again dirty, which is not so good for the Brahmanas, taking care of cleanliness. He said you make a nice bathing ghat with the stones, put it nicely. This ghat is still there in Mayapur. No, I don't think it's Prabhupada ghat. So yeah, they made it. They were working very hard, and when people saw that Jagai and Madai are doing well for work, they were amused. Wow, this is something special. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is really powerful personality. It's actually Nityananda Prabhu who had this mercy, who had this heart for all the fallen souls. After this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he sent Nityananda to some part of Bengal to preach. So who do you think Nityananda Prabhu preached to? Whom he preached to? He preached to the most fallen rogues and bandits. He is Patita Pavana. He's a savior of the fallen. There was one rogue gang, the group of rogues who saw Nityananda, his fingers full of the rings, gold and brilliance, and like very rich. He thought, if I get one of those rings, I will be rich for the whole of my whole life. I will be able to live nicely. So they tried to catch him, tried to rob him. He lived in one house, and they came in the night. And then they saw. I'm not sure there was some sequence. One time they saw huge bodyguards, like really huge. You could see like one of them is like he's an emperor of the body art. The really good, real fighters. One could feel the strength of these people. So they thought, okay, maybe he knew we will come. So he got some bodyguards. Will come the next night. First night they fall asleep. They were waiting until the Nityananda will fall asleep, and they were doing kirtan, and then all the rogues fall asleep. And the second night they saw this bodyguards, powerful, walking around the house. And the third night there is the huge thunderstorm came, really powerful thunderstorm, and the wind started to harass people back and forth, and they fall down into the thorny bushes, and everyone was like really couldn't see anything, And then the leader of this gang, he understood this can be a simple human being. This must be supreme personality of God. So when he understood this, he said, "I surrender." In his heart, he said, "I surrender." Immediately, everything stopped for him. So then he came into this house, like dirty and full with the scratches from the thorns and like fully how you say finished. And then he came there, and everyone got a little bit afraid with the devotees. Who is this? Nityananda was just smiling. And he came and he fell down at the lotus feet of Nityananda. And Nityananda said, "Tell me." And this leader of the rogues, he said, I'm a rogue, I came actually to rob you, but I understood you're the Supreme Personality of God, and please deliver me. So then Nityananda gave him instructions. He gave him prema bhakti. He gave him instructions. You go and preach to the like-minded people. So this leader, he made many rogues and bandits to cure Vaishnavas. So that was Nityananda's field. I mean, he made also pure brahmanas to Vaishnavas also. But he could go to the deepest layer of society and bring them to the highest level. This is the mercy incarnation. This is Guru. Guru thinks how to deliver everyone. Okay. Grantaraj Srimad-bhagavatam ki jai. I don't take questions. I need to prepare breakfast.
Yeah, it's wonderful to see in the whole movement how so many, like you said, there's criminals came to the movement all those years.
Und wo kann man Finnisch drüber eigentlich?
Keine Ahnung. Ich glaube, das ist schon finished. Oder?
Oder wird das schon Finnisch?
Einfach ausschalten.
Normalerweise stand hier Finnisch, aber das ist jetzt nicht da. You want to stop